Another month, another haul of our healthy vegan staples from Costco. Let's go ahead and start with the frozen stuff first so I can get it back into the freezer before it starts defrosting. So first up, I am super excited that they finally have our organic mixed berries back in stock at our Costco. A lot of you last time were telling me that I need to switch back to organic because they are on the Dirty Dozen list. So this one was only $1 more than the non-organic, which is great because usually this one is a lot more expensive too. But this is basically just a berry blend. It has strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, all of course organic. And we like to use this in our morning oats, but also lately we've been doing a lot of freezer waffles and freezer pancakes. I just make really big batches and then we take them out as needed and toast them up. So this makes a really good topping for those. You just mix some with a little bit of maple syrup and you have a delicious sweet fruit compote to put on top. And with that, I also got some of the organic sliced strawberries. Now these ones are not my absolute favorite, if I'm being honest. I do feel that when they're defrosted, they're a little bit watery. Of course, nothing's gonna compare to fresh, but in the winter, we do what we gotta do, and these ones are a pretty good price for organic strawberries. So I will also use these in our morning oats, and these also make really good strawberry chia jam. And also for the Ninja Creamy, if you are a strawberry ice cream fan, you've gotta try some strawberries blended with some coconut milk or soy milk and a little bit of maple syrup, and you will get the best strawberry ice cream. Such an easy and healthy one to make. The other thing that finally came back in stock at our Costco, I have been waiting for this for literally months, I wanna say. Maybe even almost a year. I have not seen this at our Costco in forever. This is the organic riced cauliflower. This is so wonderful to add to so many things because it is basically tasteless, but you're getting a lot of nutrients from cauliflower because of course cauliflower is really good for you, and you're also getting the fiber as well, and you get a really nice texture with this riced one. So I like to add this especially into my chili. It kind of gives you like that faux beef crumble texture, but of course with like almost no calories and like extra nutrition. I also often use it in smoothies. You can even turn cauliflower into ice cream. I'm not even joking. Oh, rice too. You can even put some in your rice when it's cooking, and then you get a bonus vegetable added in there without any hassle and really without any difference in flavor either. So it's just a really good, healthy, very low calorie addition to a lot of foods. Another one that I actually also like to add into rice as it's cooking is this organic corn. So same thing. When I do rice in the Instant Pot, you can just sprinkle some of this on top and then let it steam along with the rice as the rice is cooking. And so you have an added vegetable in there by the time it's done. Super easy hack to get more veggies into your meals. Plus corn is really great on everything. My husband is corn obsessed. He's the one who always has me buying this actually. He will use it pretty much every time he makes noodle soups, which is at least 3 times a week. So it's just really good veggie to have on hand, and having it frozen means that it's really convenient to defrost and heat up whenever you need a side of veggies. And the last of the frozen items, actually, this obviously comes in the refrigerator section, but as soon as I get it home, I put it in the freezer for 2 reasons actually. Number 1, it makes the tofu last longer, and number 2, it is going to improve tofu's texture. So if you are new to using tofu, you've got to try the freezer hack. I especially really like it with the extra firm tofu. So forget a tofu press, you don't even need that anymore. Just pop your tofu packs in the freezer, and then when you're ready to cook with the tofu, you simply defrost it. You can do that in the fridge or on the countertop, and then you're gonna wanna wring out the excess water with your hands, and then the tofu will be the perfect texture to soak up all of the flavors of your marinade. So tofu is really like a sponge. It takes on whatever flavors you are cooking with, and this extra step just makes it even more flavorful because those flavors really soak into the tofu even more once you wring out that extra water. And actually, I've been thinking about making a whole tofu video. Let me know if that is something you would like to see. Let me know in the comments below, and I can do that for you guys where I show you not only the tofu hack, but different ways to cook it that are really easy and tasty. So of course, the other benefit of putting the tofu in the freezer is that it's gonna make it last longer. So if you wanted to buy something like a 4-pack, but you don't know how to use up all that tofu right away, just pop a few into your freezer and then you can use them at a later time. On to the fridge items. Of course, I had to get our favorite, the organic baby spinach. I have been pureeing this and feeding it to a baby girl. She loves spinach, and we do as well. It's really easy to add handfuls into soups at the end of cooking because it just wilts in there. So you can actually add quite a bit and get a lot of veggies into your meals that way without it feeling like you're eating a lot. This baby spinach is also really good for salads. If you are taking a salad to a holiday party this year, you might want to mix it up and try something like baby spinach. You could even do a blend of baby spinach and some mixed greens. I have a really good salad recipe in my holiday video here. I will link that also down below in case you want to check it out. And then the last of the fridge items, I really love that Costco has these tortillas. They also have the whole wheat ones, I believe, or the ancient grain. I've gotten those as well before. But as I've probably mentioned before, my husband is not a big salad fan. So if I put his salad into a wrap, he will eat it. Just a little hack that I found, if you are also not a salad lover, but want a way to get all those veggies in, try putting your salad into a wrap. And then of course you can add in some chickpeas or some other kind of protein like grilled tempeh or some baked tofu. And then you have like a full veggie meal just wrapped in a tortilla. And then of course we also use these for things like burritos, or for black bean quesadillas, you can also jam a bunch of veggies in there. Like I sometimes do some baby spinach in there. You can add squash into there and just mix it up with the black beans. So good. Up next, the Kumato tomatoes. I have not bought these in a while and they were just calling my name. I felt like I might need something to put in the wraps besides baby spinach. I thought that the tomatoes would go really well in there. And I love these because of the color. I haven't noticed that much of a difference in flavor, but I'm also not a big tomato expert, but I just think that these are so beautiful. So every time I see them, I'm like mesmerized by their beauty more than anything else. These would also be really beautiful in like a fall or winter salad, maybe even with some persimmon in there. I actually saw a persimmon caprese salad. You could do persimmons, Kumato tomatoes, and some basil. Oh, and some vegan mozzarella too. That would make an absolutely gorgeous salad. So these actually don't need to go in the fridge. I don't know if you know that, but tomatoes can sit out on the countertop. If they start to get really ripe, I will put mine in the fridge, but they kind of change in their texture when you do that, and I find them not as juicy that way, so I keep them on the countertop as long as possible. Up next, our last fridge item, which you will notice has been opened. And that is because I am obsessed with this snack. This combo right here, both of them are opened already because sometimes when I get home from Costco, I just really need a snack. So I mentioned this in my last Costco haul video that this is my absolute go-to snack right now because you get a little bit of carbs and you get a little bit of protein. And if you have some cut up veggies in the fridge, makes a perfect little trio. So if baby girl is taking up a lot of my attention and I need a really quick snack that I can eat with one hand, then this is gonna be my first choice. This 2-pack of hummus is a great price at our Costco. And as I mentioned before, there is added oil, but the rest of the ingredients are actually really good on these. They're pretty much all ingredients that I would put in my own hummus. So there's actually not a lot of extra weird ingredients or chemicals or anything like that. So this is a really good choice if you see this brand. And then I also pair it with these pretzel crisps and, like I said, some veggies. If you wanted, you could even make like a holiday party platter. So to jazz these up, I like to put them in cute little ramekins, and then I do a big plate with veggies and these pretzel crisps. And it looks really fancy and elegant, but it's really simple to make and actually a pretty healthy option for a holiday appetizer. Probably the least healthy item of the haul. This is my one splurge every year or so that I use for holiday baking. It honestly takes me a long time to go through this much sugar, but I do like that Costco has an organic option and it's a really good price. Although I did notice that compared to previous years, the price has gone up quite a bit. Actually, let me know in the comments if you would want to see a price comparison video of previous Costco hauls, because some things have more than doubled in price and I was a little bit shocked looking on my old Costco hauls to see the price differences. So let me know if that would be interesting or maybe just too depressing to think about, I don't know. But this sugar is definitely a holiday baking staple for me. I do like to do some holiday cookies that we will share with friends. If you want the best vegan oatmeal chocolate chip recipe, I will link that one here and also in the description box. Literally all of my friends are not vegan and they all love these cookies. Decaf coffee, a breastfeeding mom's staple. I don't know, I guess some people do use full caffeinated coffee, but I feel like I just want to make sure I'm a little bit more careful, especially since I'm the kind of person who just drinks coffee for the taste more so than the caffeine effects. So I actually do like the Kirkland brand of coffee. Now, usually I get the pre-ground one, but I just found that I wasn't making that much decaf coffee. So I thought to get the whole beans instead this time, and that way I can just grind them as I need them. And hopefully these whole beans will stay fresher a little bit longer that way. Actually, if anybody has any tips for keeping your coffee beans fresh for a long time, let me know. I know that like putting them in the freezer is no longer the recommended way to store your coffee beans. I feel like that's what my parents used to do, but I think that that's outdated advice now. So let me know what is the current advice. I don't really know how to store these very well. And I also like that this one uses the Swiss water process for decaffeinating the coffee beans. I don't know a lot about making decaf coffee, but I've just heard that the Swiss water process is the best, and that it also removes quite a bit of caffeine as well. Up next, the Frank's Red Hot Sauce. This is such a good bargain at Costco. If you use a lot of hot sauce, you've got to get the Costco 2-pack. These last us so long. I think the last time I bought this was a couple years ago, and this hot sauce stays good in your fridge for a very long time, and the other one just sits on your shelf until you're ready to use it. And this is really a good hack for anyone trying to eat healthy because it adds so much flavor with like almost no calories. When my husband and I used to be very into, I wouldn't say bodybuilding, but going to the gym and being the best fit versions of ourselves, we used to put hot sauce on everything because it just makes even bland food taste delicious. And I do also like to use this for my spicy cashew cream, which is basically just blended raw cashews with some water and salt and hot sauce. And that makes a really nice topping to burrito bowls. You could use it for the quesadillas I mentioned, on top of tacos or a taco salad, really anything kind of Mexican inspired. And then the last two, of course, our classic soy milk. I did get quite a few of these because, as I mentioned in all my Costco haul videos, it is the best price for an organic soy milk that we can find here in Toronto. I really wish that we had those 2-ingredient soy milks readily available, the ones that are just soybeans and water, but since we don't, this is kind of our next best option for a good price. If you were to buy just 1 carton of organic soy milk at the grocery store, I think they're like starting at $3.50, whereas these work out to about $1.70 per carton. So it really does make a difference in price. And so this one is our go-to for adding into coffee or tea. And then I also use it for baking or for making waffles and pancakes. And then I also saw that this one was on sale. Now I have tried the NextMilk before and I really like it. And actually a lot of our non-vegan friends who tried this one said that it was the best tasting because it tastes the most similar to like regular cow's milk. So I actually want to try frothing this in our little milk frother and see if it gets a better froth than the soy milk, because this one doesn't seem to froth very well. So if I wanted to make something a little fancier like a latte or a cappuccino, I'm hoping that this one will get a nice froth on it. So I'll let you guys know on that one, but I already know I like the flavor of this one. If you are a big fan of the flavor of cow's milk, like in your coffee, and you really miss that, you might want to try this NextMilk. Usually I see it in the refrigerator section, so I was surprised that this one is shelf stable. And I'd also be curious what other Costco's are carrying this milk. So let me know down below if you guys have this as an option or what kind of vegan plant milk options you do have at your Costco, or just any Costco product differences, because I always like to hear what's available at your local Costco compared to ours.